this first new one. Now, since this is the first video in a while, I do believe that there have been a lot of changes that have happened since the last time I made a video, and so I think that this one should be about some of the changes that have happened. For example, I have full diamond armor and an elytra. This elytra is rather useful for getting around. It allows me to fly around, like so. For some reason on Oasis, there is a weird glitch where the elytra looks transparent, but that doesn't do anything for the functionality. If it'll work, because half the time I miss the spacebar and it messes up and I fall off. Alright, let's try this again. Whee! Now, the second change which I would like to address has to do with my MC MMO skills, which, if you will look on the right side, you will see that I have some pretty high skills. Woodcutting in particular is pretty high. I think... Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm at least on the top 10 of woodcutting. But for other things, let's see, my woodcutting's 10, repair is 11, herbalism 13, axe is 13, and everything else just doesn't really matter. That is a lot of sheep. Now, part of the way that I've been grinding my woodcutting skill is... Oh, hey look, I think the rain's cleared. Part of the way I've been working on my woodcutting skills is that I live in a spruce biome, which means that I can just chop down trees. But the second way that I have of improving my woodcutting is to simply do /RTP and go to a place with 2x2 trees. Now, since this is a cooking show, we're already there. And that is a lot of wood. Let's see if I can pick it up just to show off how much that I got. I also got a lot of spruce. Excuse me. I also got a lot of saplings. Naturally, since we're conservationists, we want to replant everything. That it? I think that's it. Excuse me. Nope. Nope. There's some more saplings. Somewhere. Well, I guess that's it. Yeah, so that is one of my methods of getting woodcutting skill. And as you can see, since it basically annihilates all of the leaves, there is very little need for my leaf muncher. Which, I know that I made 2 videos involving that, but still, it's not like that. It's useful, but not when there's other things that can take care of it just as easily. Then there's my /axes, which that at this point deals an additional 2.5 damage, allowing me to just instantly kill the spider. What once was just a simple snow farm has now become something much greater than that. Well, aside from the fact that I built this, I think that the snow farm is new. Yeah, so the idea behind this originally was that at a certain altitude, rain turns to snow, and then snow accumulates, so I can just... However, this platform has turned into something more. I refuse to spoil the surprise. So obviously, since this platform is at y equals 240, that is a pretty insane altitude. But what do I need to go to this altitude for? Simple. I like to fly. I am the Phoenix Hawk. I like to fly. I like to fly. can I try to keep my nose pretty level so that I am able to get the maximum distance out of my flight, but at the same time, doing some maneuvers can be pretty fun. For example, but unfortunately that cost me some flight time. Now, aside from the fact that I now have a snow platform slash elytra launch platform, not to mention a slime block trampoline, which only works 50% of the time at best, I'm getting off this ride. Now, aside from that, there is also plenty of things downstairs. For example, there is a practical herbalism grinder. There is another herbalism grinder online that I know of, and the way it works, basically it uses bone meal to create grass on, well, grass. The way this one works is a little similar, it's pretty similar, but at the same time completely different. So, first you break the wheat, which can be substituted for carrots or potatoes. Strangely enough, you can't substitute it with radishes. The reason being, alright, so you see this radish, okay? Now look at my herbalism. You see it right now, it's at remaining experience 3350 and level experience 630, okay? So, I broke those wheat plants and that gave me some experience. Now here's where things get a little weird, okay? I guess I should throw these away. Nothing. Alright, maybe it's a glitch. Let's try that again. Still nothing. I get no herbalism experience from breaking radishes. That is not only completely weird, I don't really know. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, that is why you shouldn't use any radishes with this practical herbalism grinder. But anyway, just push a button, then break the wheat, replant. Push the button, break the wheat, replant. It's as simple as that. It uses a torch burnout clock, and it's attached to all the dispensers. Then there is a redstone torch, keeping it turned off, and the button which deactivates the first torch and activates the burnout clock. Now, as anyone knows, if they've gotten to know me for any amount of time, I am a very big fan of easy-to-get food. Yes, sir, I like free food. So, I started out with a chicken hopper. This, of course, is easy to manage. All I have to do is put in some eggs, then turn on this torch burnout clock, which that's the cheapest one that I know of to make. And voila, the chickens are thrown. Now, the only downside to this chicken hopper, which I know of, is that it does cause a bit of lag. I think you can see on the upper left, you see where it says E102 plus 21, and then when I look away it says 3 plus 35. The 102 means that there is 102 entities in the area that I'm looking at. If I can't even hear myself think, how can I explain something to you? So basically, there is 100 chickens in there. Now, at about 60 chickens, the entire server starts to lag a bit, and then beyond that, the server gets unbearably laggy. And that's just from one chicken hopper. Now imagine multiple. This chicken hopper is not recommended for use for food, which is why I upgraded to another source of food, and that source of food has to do with this minecart hopper. The way it works, it's attached to, hold on, I need some food. Nom, 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 nom. It's attached to a hover clock up there, an Ethonian hover clock. And then that hopper clock has 4 stacks of items on it. You can take a look for yourself. Well, okay. It just fired. 4 stacks of items. And of course you can turn it off, but at the moment there is not enough lag to justify it, so I don't think I will. And for some reason there is a weird glitch where the piston breaks the block, then ends up pulling it upwards. This is weird. What also happens, and this is the intended purpose, is that the watermelons and the pumpkins spread out all over the place, then they get picked up by the minecart hopper, which comes over here, and it dumps them all in there. I don't know why there's German substance in here. But even that was barely enough, because as you guys know, melons only restore 1 hunger, and that's not exactly enough to do anything with. So instead, I insisted that the moderators find a mushroom island, and after they did that, I got a few mushroom stations. The mushroom... I didn't get this mycelium out of the Mushroom Island biome. Instead, I actually took advantage of MCMMO, and there's a feature, called Shroom Thumb. Now, the way it works, you basically try to plant your mushroom, and if you've got 1 of each at least, then it tries to turn that dirt block into mycelium. This is useful if there is no Mushroom Island biome, which I actually realized this after requesting that he find the Mushroom Island. Thanks, Ninja, for finding it. But anyway, I have since taken advantage of the mycelium and infected the land with the purple virus. Now, I don't believe that I've shown you guys the house, which Drake built earlier. Actually, it started out as just a simple little shack. This room was literally the entire house at one time. Obviously, since we've got heads all over the place, this has changed. Now, I have an MCMMO repair station plus salvage if there needs to be that. Oh, that reminds me. Since I succeeded in becoming a member, I get 5 iron ingots every 10 minutes. Now, that's 5 iron ingots. That's obviously not exactly enough to rule the world with, but it's definitely more than more than nothing. And then if I'm absolutely desperate, then I can build myself an oak plank house, which that's probably not much either. I would show you the rest of my kits, but I'm not going to take you 5,000 hours. So there's the front room, which is lined with mossy cobblestone, which we got from the Mega Taiga biome. Then there's the furnace room, more or less, that it has more chests. Then there's the dining room, which has Drake's little puppy Salt, and his other puppy, Pepper. He has Salt and Pepper. It's adorable. Here is where he was working on a basement. It's okay. And finally, this is the bedroom, where we end up sleeping together. And then if you come out here, there's a lot of open area. I started installing some repairs yesterday, but I guess I never quite got around to finishing them. But one of the things that I do like about this place, we even have a lawn to mow in the form of sugarcane. Now, this sugarcane is really useful for herbalism. I want you guys to take a very close look. 2573 remaining, 1407 current. And at the moment, I am level 148. Now, watch this. Just from breaking that one strip of sugarcane, I went up 2 levels. 2 entire levels, and I am now 150. That is quite a lot of herbalism experience, but we haven't mowed the entire lawn. In fact, I don't think we've even done half. This is where we put all of our grass when we're done with it. And I should probably dump some of my inventory somewhere. But you know what? I think I'll do what I did earlier. I think I'll just take everything and put a chest down and shove it all in there. And then I'll come back later. Right, so, to finish sugarcane mowing. And that is the entire lawn that has been mowed. I obviously haven't picked up all the sugarcane yet, since I just picked up probably about a stack or two just now. But that is definitely a lot of sugarcane, and I am now level 155. If I am low on bone meal and I don't want to spend time just eating grass, then all I have to do is come to my backyard and mow the lawn. I think that's 19 and 27 of 19 stacks and 27 of sugarcane. And I am now officially drowning in sugarcane. But I do have a simple solution for this. For you see, earlier I was planning on something exactly like this happening, and I wanted to have zombies come over so that I could kill them more easily, because I got an axe to grind and I got a bow to needle them with. So I got myself a villager. This villager attracts lots and lots of zombies, but more importantly, it can be used to turn my paper into emeralds. Now, if this guy will... There he goes. Then all I have to do is give him my paper, and he grunts happily at me, and bam, at least some of the paper is gone. I try to do this every time I get... I try to do this with at least 36 stacks of sugarcane at a time, so I end up with quite a lot of emeralds, but that's neither here nor there. Now, I just know that you guys won't allow me to go as... You won't... Sorry about that. Anyway, so there's this cow farm, which you probably noticed. It operates on a simple principle. Push the button, and there's water. Then it turns the cows, mushrooms, and sheep into popcorn, and bam, then I can either feed them lots and lots of wheat, or I can just butcher them. And all of it goes into here. But then, obviously, you guys are perceptive, so you'll notice probably everything that ever goes on. So, aside from all of that, I am planning on making a chest room down here. And that guy sounded weird. He also sounded weird. Now guys, I hate to say this, but when you're doing a tour of absolutely everything that has ever changed in your base, it's kind of hard, it's kind of easy to leave out a few details and... Uh-oh. That, that was close. I could have fallen and died. That would have been horrible. That, man, that really was bad. Alright, I'm trying to fly in that direction, but as you guys saw, I slightly messed up. So, let's try this again. This time, that time it went a little better. And right now I cannot see the ground because of how high up I am, but that's okay. That's okay. All I need to do is see my X, Y, and Z, and then that means I can see everything that matters. I can see that I am very slowly descending. I can see that I am heading towards 1800 X, 5000 Z. Did I overshoot it? Apparently, not only did I overshoot it, but I didn't even find what I was looking for, although I did find something. I'll check it out later. I have it on video now. One more try, and then I'm going off-air to try again. I mean, I think it's in this general direction. I think. That poor guy is waggling his legs like he's about to fall. To be fair, he is. Obviously it's in this direction because that's where the taiga is. Missed again. I think I'm close though. I think, but I'm not too sure. And what the heck. I think I figured out where I went wrong. I did it wrong. I took a left when I should have taken a right. It's close, I know. And if I keep spinning, I won't even reach it. But it's close enough that I can afford to lose the velocity. Car? Bench. Proper car. This is the location of Coronel the Wise. This is his meeting room. He's been working here, apparently. Even installed some fire. I wonder who he got to do that. I think that's a mine shaft. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a mine shaft, but I'm not sure. I have to go to the end if I want to see. Nope, it's just a tunnel. I wonder where it leads. Freaking long tunnel. Well, it leads to someone's house. I want to go in there. Oh, it's Djelvin. I think that's how it's pronounced. Anyway, let's go back. Yes, let's definitely go back. Anyway, Coronel the Wise's house. I have permission to enter his home. This is in fact Coronel's home. And then there is a brewing stand. I occasionally use this anvil, but me and Drake are both allowed to use his furnaces and his chests. He has a ladder, which leads to a bedroom. But if you keep on going, it leads to a perch, which I occasionally try to land on. And yes, I know, Coronel and I both had the same idea. We both got sugarcane up the wazoo. All over the river. It's just contaminated, I know. But at least his place looks clean, whereas mine it just looks like a freaking plutonium wasteland or something. Like someone dumped their nuclear waste all over the place or something. Like, look at this giant mushroom. It's got an entrance, and I meant to make it into a proper house, but it was too small. And then there's this machine, and there's that giant platform in the sky, and all these giant trees, and this machine, and yeah, so I think that I have covered. Nope, I have not covered everything. So there is this railroad, okay, and you push a button, it creates 3 minecarts. It creates the hype train, which has no brakes, except at the end when it crashes. Now notice, no powered rails anywhere, not a single one. Of course, the idea isn't perfect. And then there's the mine shaft. Right. And of course, we haven't exactly, decorated it up, even though it has been spruced up a bit. Drake's gonna kill me. Alright. Thank you all for watching this video. Phew! This has been a long one, and it's the first one in quite a long time, so I plan on making more videos in the future. Thank you all for watching, and if I don't follow my death, I will see you guys next time. Peace out.